Hello and welcome to the virtual room room. My name is Jack, your host, and today I am bringing you another shaving video. And my choice of soap today, same as it was yesterday, and I'll get into that in a minute, is Laugar. Laugar of Sweden. Before I go into the soap, I'd like to thank Johan from Shave and Butcher for sending me this. Very, very kind of him. I pretty much asked him to send it to me, and I was willing to pay him and everything. He didn't let me pay him. He's a very generous man. Great YouTube channel as well, very funny guy. I suggest you check him out if you haven't already. Let me lower this ever so slightly. There we go. Really, really generous guy. Funny guy. Great content. So I suggest you go check him out. Let's talk a bit about Laugar of Sweden then. So Laugar is owned by a lady called Nina. Nina used to be a chef on a cruise ship, and the reason why that's a bit different is because you need to handle the logistical, I guess, complications of being on a boat when you're a chef on a cruise ship, mainly because you can't just fuck off to the restaurant supply place and get some more onions or something. You need to know what you have, and it's very much the same thing with soap making. So I imagine the experience as a chef gave her the ability to handle the logistical, operational challenges of owning a soap company. Dealing with loads of ingredients, understanding how they work together is also another thing. And I think she has taken that experience and it's really helped her with starting Laugar of Sweden. Laugar of Sweden's outlook is very much of the sustainable variety, very high quality ingredients, organic oils. It is a vegan-based soap. Do I think tallow is important? No, I don't. I think superfats are important. I don't think tallow is important. If you can add enough superfats to make me not care about tallow, because that's just another superfat to me, then I'm not particularly bothered. I've used this once, and I recorded a video yesterday, and yep, the phone overheated, and like an idiot, I didn't realize. So we're gonna run through this today. It's a pleasure to use anyway, and my experience yesterday has given me more to talk to you about, really. The soap itself, take a look. It's quite hard. Like it's trying to bloody track me. It's quite hard, but it's not really hard. You can put an indent with your finger, as you can see. The scent on this. So this Ragnarok is the one I have here, as you can see. Ragnarok is a cedarwood and patchouli based fragrance, and you get tons of cedarwood. It's like this really almost sharp cedarwood mixed with this earthy patchouli. It's actually really nice. As far as scent strength goes, it's probably about a 4 out of 10, and that's fine to me. Like I'm not a huge, I don't really care about incredibly strong scents. It doesn't really bother me. So this is pleasant, really pleasant, and I thoroughly enjoy this soap, and we'll get into why in a minute. Let me show you the rest of the gear I'm going to be shaving with today, and we'll get to lathering up. So this is the Tatara Muramasa from Portugal. I think they're from Lisbon, Tatara. I'm going to be using that on a wide variety of settings. And my brush is going to be the Varlet, or Varlet, however the hell you pronounce that, Gaslamp. With the 29mm XD knot. I need to keep track of whether my phone is overheating or not. So let's get a load on here. It loads very easy into your brush. I also love the packaging. Something that I forgot to mention just now. The packaging to me is kind of what I want from packaging. I think soap makers should be going out of their way to avoid using plastic. I don't really see the need anymore when there's alternatives to, say, hold soap. Like there's tins. I've not been too bothered about hard pucks either. It's never really been an issue for me. Swedish Witch uses hard pucks. These guys use hard pucks, and no, these guys use tins. It's just fine to me. Like I'm not picky. I don't really care. I understand people's grievances when it comes to loading, because it's harder to load from a, like, not a very good tin, I guess. But even then, like, you'll figure it out. I think the earth is a little bit more important than loading a soap, but maybe that's just me. I'm going to get off my soapbox now, but yeah, really easy to load here. I have to load pretty heavy with this brush because it's so big and pretty dense. But we'll get there. I think that should suffice. Talking about packaging, actually, something that I really like about Laugar is the labels. The labels are they're just made for me. They're very minimalist. The black and gold looks really cool. Nothing flashy, no boobs, no crazy artwork. Just really minimalist, really cool. I really like this label. I prefer if all labels were just clean and very basic, because I think as a business, I think your product would appeal to more people than having crazy artwork on the front, because people that aren't in the hobby or aren't particularly sure will see crazy artwork and think, oh, that's not for me. When you have something that, I call that store ready, because it's so minimalist. I think it's ideal for that use case, really. Nothing over the top. Very digestible. Yeah, that cedarwood is kicking, man. The patchouli adds like this really earthy base to the scent. It's really nice. Man, that's a really nice scent. Scented with only essential oils. For anyone that cares about that. It doesn't really bother me too much. I use I have a ton of fragrances that aren't scented with only essential oils, so it doesn't really make a difference to me. But if you found that essential oils are easier on your skin, then Laugar definitely tick that box. Yeah, really nice. The scent strength really isn't a problem to me, and it never has been. Only when it's so low that the scent is undetectable. If I can detect any bit of the scent, then even a light scent doesn't bother me too much. Which means I can wear a fragrance, a completely unrelated fragrance in that day. By the way, something else. If you want to see how these guys protect their tins, which is pretty crazy, I want you to go check out the bit of an unboxing video Johan did, and I'll put it in the description. These guys don't want you to receive dented tins, and you'll see why. It's pretty funny. Yeah, coming together really nicely. A good density too. But yeah, like, talking about the whole tallow vegan, I'm surprised we still talk about this in this day and age, to be honest. Like, I don't... When I use that A&E shaving butter, I think that's better than a lot of tallow bases. So the fact that it's vegan really makes no difference to me. I think the only reality with the tallow base is you have a much more accessible line of super fats available to you. When, as a vegan, you can't use goat's milk, you can't use types of milks, you know. You're kind of limited in that regard, so you need to be quite creative. With tallow, they can just shove a fuck ton of animal fat in it. Milk. And those are great super fats. And it just makes your job a lot easier. I also think from a business standpoint, selling tallow is probably a better idea, because I think not everyone is like me. And I respect that, you know, everyone has their own preferences. A lot of people just outright prefer tallow and will scoff at anything that's vegan. I will implore you though to not scoff at this. This is this is very good. Creates a really nice dense lather. As always, I'll put the ingredients in the description below so you have a better idea of kind of what goes into the soap. Very good ingredients, some stuff I've not seen there before, which is pretty cool. Yeah, wow. It's very dense. I don't see a difference between this and tallow bases. I honestly don't. The scent is lovely too. Really lovely. I'm still keeping an eye on my phone. Tons of soap. Tons of soap. Probably overload a little bit, but that's okay. Kind of what I do. Okay, now let's draw the lines a bit because we have soap everywhere here. In the nose. Okay. So yeah, I'm impressed by the way it lathers. It lathers. The lather's incredibly dense, actually. Well, not. I wouldn't say incredibly dense. Like it's not A&E dense, but its density is noticeable when lathering it up. I think we're good to shape here. Let's clean this off. That can be whacked over there. Okay, so Tatara Muramasa. Still trying to keep an eye on that frickin' phone. We're going to start on setting 4, and that's the second highest setting behind 5. I love the increased efficiency of the higher settings and the kind face fill. You have nothing to worry about when it comes to slickness in Laugar. It's very slick. And because I went through the whole of the post-shave experience yesterday, I don't need to come back today. We can talk about it. Yeah, man. The soap has great density. I can feel it. Great slickness. You just can't go wrong. This razor's fantastic. Really is. Goes past 1. Still keeping an eye on my phone. It's a pain because I switched from iOS to Android because that's what I've used like most of my life is Android. I switched just for a change really, and pretty much immediately after I switched I wanted to go back to Android. And OnePlus released the OnePlus 9 Pro, which looked to compete with like other high-end flagship phones. And I was like, okay, I should try this because it gives me an opportunity to go back to Android with a really good phone, almost like running stock Android. So I did it, I bought it. It's amazing, aside from this one freaking camera issue that's bloody annoying. Very nice. Look how really nice that soap is. Lovely. It's great density. The face feel is nice. I don't think people think about the face feel too much. It's nice and light. Like it doesn't feel like there's a big weight on your skin. Very nice. Drop the hands. We're gonna go down to setting 3 here. This setting has a different face feel. You actually get quite a lot less blade from setting 3. The blade I have in this is a Gillette Permasharp. One of my go-tos. It's just comfortable, like the residual slickness in the soap is also very good. No performance issues whatsoever from this stuff. There are certain parts of my face where I can feel a lack of slickness with some soaps, and this doesn't have those problems at all. It's just very slick. It's very nice. Feels good on the face, lathers easily. Does what it says on the tin, as us English would say. Pretty much done here, guys, to be honest. Cool. Let's have a bit of a feel around. I think we're okay. Okay, so let me get the soap from the brush, and I'll be back for the post shave and the final thoughts. I'll see you soon. Hey guys, it is post shave time. Well, we're not going to do a post today. I'm just going to talk to you about the post shave experience with, I can actually grab it. The post shave experience with Laugar of Sweden. So this is providing you're not using any post shave products, and this is how I kind of like to treat soaps first time around, because although I could get away with this, there are some people that still need to use post-shave products, frankly, and I understand that you might have dry skin, etc., etc. You might just not feel the need of a post-shave product if the post is good enough, and that's me a lot of the time. The initial experience of Laugar is it can be a little bit drying at first, maybe in the first half an hour or so. Right now, it's incredibly tacky on the face, which to me is typically indicative to a good, long-lasting post-shave. After that half an hour, your skin starts to feel, the way I would describe it is slightly velvety. It starts getting really soft, and you can tell that she's put like an optimum amount of good skin ingredients in this, because my skin didn't feel heavy, it didn't feel overhydrated, like I put oil all over my face. It felt like that optimum level of just hydration. I've had experiences in the past with some post-shave soaps, some balms as well, to be honest, where they've almost hydrated the face so much that my face feels either greasy or oily. And Laugar didn't do that to me. It made me feel like I, almost in the way I put on a moisturizer like 4 or 5 hours ago, after an hour, and my face just felt like it's been taken care of. And that's exactly how I would describe that post shave. Initially drying, but in the long run, it's very, very good. For a vegan soap, this is probably one of the better vegan soaps I've tried. I'm not even going to exaggerate there. Made in Sweden, great packaging, really lovely scent, great ingredients, and they seem like a nice bunch of people as well. The people that own that, Nina, I believe her name is. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video today. If you're new around here and haven't yet subscribed, please consider doing so. I would always very much appreciate it. Apart from that, my name is Jack, your host from the Virtual Grimoire. Wherever you are in the world, have a wonderful day, and goodbye for now.